Alright guys, here we are for another trailer reaction. Today we're going to be reacting to the movie trailer for the movie The Hitman's Bodyguard with Ryan Reynolds and Samuel L. Jackson. I've only seen the poster, and the poster looks fantastic.
And this is the one where people were like, oh my god, is this real? Oh my god, I can't believe this is great.
Because the poster got leaked, and people were like, this can't be a real movie. This looks great. Because the poster is like him holding Samuel L. Jackson while he's holding a gun.
Wait, like in The Bodyguard?
Like he's a crippled person, like holding him like this.
Like in the movie The Bodyguard?
Kinda.
Oh.
Except less a singer, more a gun.
Perfect.
But yeah, let's check this shit out. This is gonna be wonderful, I can tell. Yeah, I think that's gonna be good.
This looks amazing.
That's gonna be good.
He single-handedly ruined the word motherfucker. It's like meta. It's awesome.
Oh,
and it is The Bodyguard, The Bodyguard. That font may be the same font.
That's
and they're
hilarious.
doing, like, is that like a cover, I think, of the song?
I don't know.
Might be the original song.
It could have been her toward the end of her career. I
I
don't
never really heard that song outside of
the movie.
yeah, and even then, that's dope as fuck.
No, I love the premise. I like a bodyguard for an assassin. That's pretty interesting. These two guys are very funny people.
Yeah. No, and I like Ryan Reynolds being this guy instead of the other guy or whatever.
Sure.
He's the whole like, I can't believe this.
No, and like
Awesome.
he's an actor that I definitely like Ryan Reynolds.
Yeah.
I'm not saying that I don't like him, but I liked him so much more when he was younger than I do now.
Okay.
He's definitely like. There's something different about his face as he's aged, or I don't know if it's plastic surgery
You're
or
ageist,
something.
I see.
No, he looks like a different person. Like his,
Yeah.
he's still there. The voice is still there. I can see him inside. It's the same eyes.
Like the eyebrows seem different. He used to look like a cartoon character more so. Now
Yeah.
He looks more like a normal person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But no,
No.
it's still, like this looks good.
Had this movie had this movie been made, had the movie had been
Had this
this
movie been made?
Had this movie been made, thank you,
Here for it.
many years ago, like the person in the Ryan Reynolds role wouldn't have even like generally had the physicality, but that Ryan Reynolds does, which I think is really cool because it would have cast some like random comedian type guy who you're like, what the fuck are you doing? I'm just here to make jokes and say, no, I'm not gonna hold the wheel, oh my god, and do like that stuff. But Ryan Reynolds has proven himself in all these different roles where he actually can pull off and has the whatever
certainly.
to do like the stuff, which I think is dope.
Well, you have two leading men in this
make this
movie, and
different.
that's what's awesome. And how old do you think Samuel L. Jackson is? Because he's like still playing any part that he wants. Because here he looks like he's like the 40-something, but then in other movies are like he's the 80-something. And like,
I know.
I don't know how old he is.
I do think I'm beginning to see signs that he is aging, but at the same time, it still totally works, and this works for me. I'm not too like, oh no, he's getting too old for this or whatever.
No.
How old do I think he is? Like 60.
Because like
Is that
just
true?
think,
I don't know.
Just think like he's probably right now like much older than you would have had. I can't think of his name now. Like Murtaugh and Riggs in like but like doing so much more than they were doing then.
Oh yeah. You
So like you
have to up the ante as the years go by.
if you think about what leading men used to look like versus what they look like now, and how much older
leading
they are.
men though? I think these are just people that are leading a movie, and they are men.
What is the definition of leading man to you?
Like the kind of person like George Clooney is a leading man. And like actually the whole concept of leading men has kind of like waned as the years have gone on now, right?
But just so the
Matt
audience and I
Damon,
know what you
someone
mean.
like that, yeah.
So like, what makes Matt Damon more of a leading man than Ryan
Someone that
Reynolds?
like people in like the gutters of India and the people in China and everyone all over the world goes like, and not just like you've heard of him, but like when you see the movie poster, it just becomes, oh, that's like a real movie. This person's like a leading man.
Okay, so do you think it's because Samuel L. Jackson has been in too many movies, he has lost the ability to be called a leading man?
I don't think he was ever a leading man. I think he's always been
No?
a very famous like character actor. I think both of these guys are like a lower tier of like dude. Where like them being in a movie doesn't automatically make it into the way George Clooney being in a movie, or in his heyday Mel Gibson. But even like that's what I mean, like the concept of it. I feel like the real leading men were before those guys that I'm naming. Like our like mothers know, oh, that guy, that Family Guy joke. Oh, Yul Brynner. Like those people were like the real like leading men.
So like,
of
would you
Hollywood
consider Woody Harrelson a
whatever.
leading man?
I don't really think about that. I don't consider anybody to be like a leading man to me or
I'm trying
something
to think
like
who
that.
your leading man would be.
Well, like my ideal man?
Yeah, who's your
Talking
ideal
about
man?
that?
Yeah.
Right? Long walks on the beach? No, I don't know.
But yeah, this looks dope. Like Tom Hanks, I think would be a leading man for me.
Okay, perfect example. Where Tom Hanks' career is just dotted with these gigantic things.
Yeah, where it's like he's only done successful movies.
Well, so it's hard to explain because it's just something like I've heard my whole life, and people just say, like, well, he's not really, they're trying to make this guy into more of a leading man. I'm like, yeah, it doesn't work. Then they're like, yeah, it doesn't work. He's not leading man material or something. Like a lot of like red carpets, a lot of like not freaking out and like being on tape screaming about Nazis, a lot of like basic things where it's just like he's on the poster. It was announced there'd be a new whatever movie, and he's just, and it's like, oh, that's easily this many millions of dollars at the box office, something like that.
All right. So we've discussed what a leading man is. We discussed that we think this movie
Chapter
looks
2,
good.
leading women. No, this is.
No, this looks good. It looks like a great comedy. It
I
certainly
like
has
both of
action.
these
There's
guys,
a budget. You can see on
100%.
screen this looks like a movie, not like some bullshit thing that we've been seeing in the past. Yeah, I think this is going to be great. I like that Selma Hayek plays a badass.
Okay, I'm like, who's that person? Yeah.
Selma Hayek almost looks like his girlfriend in Deadpool in this.
Right, she looks like someone else. She doesn't age either. No, I like both of these people. This movie looks like a real movie, and it made us laugh more than any of the movies that are just comedy and don't have any action or any other elements to it.
And that's
This is
90% just
100%
on how people deliver a line. Because you can have a dog shit line, but if it's said by a funny person, like you tell, like you grab any normal comedian, say motherfucker, and then be like, hey, like Dennis Leary, say motherfucker, or like, hey,
TikTok, motherfucker.
Like just certain people can just say a line, like the way they talk is funny.
I would like
and
to be able to.
His facial expressions are great.
I want to be able to hit a button and have that TikTok, motherfucker thing like play or whatever.
All right, guys. So this is 2 thumbs up, obviously, and we'll see you next time. Don't die in a fire.